What's up, my little squirters? We're gonna be doing side quests today. This is your co-host, Timmy, and playing the game right now is Jonathan.
I regret letting you start the episode.
What? Why would you do that? Why would you regret that?
I don't know. I just something about your voice.
But I sounded. A lot of people say they hate it, but I sounded so professional.
You sound so like something.
I'm taking that to heart, and I'm gonna cry about
You should cry about it.
it. And I will.
For the content. Let's go. Ow.
Yeah, that's some separate content. Happy tears
Yeah.
or sad tears, all on the only fire.
They're all tears if you really think about it.
Exactly, that's that's true.
Yeah.
Very clever.
You know how tears are saltier than water?
Saltier than normal water?
I think
Salt
so.
water.
Or at least they're just salty.
They are salty, yes.
Yeah. Do you think there's sodium in your mucus based off of that? Is
It
tears
is
a type of
salty.
mucus?
Tears, I don't know
No.
exactly what they are, but I know that they are something that the body releases as a de-stressor to like calm you down. I think it has something to do with hormones.
I think it is. I think it's because when you're like really sad or emotional, your face heats up, and so to cool it down, you cry.
I mean, that's a good, it's not why, but it's a
Whatever,
good reason.
man.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, biologically speaking, they are releasing chemicals that help you calm down, like your
Yeah.
tears are.
What's
What
going on?
are tears?
Oh, it's going away.
Tears are a clear liquid secreted by the lacrimal gland found in the eyes of all mammals. All mammals? I didn't know that. Tears are made up
Whoa.
of water, electrolytes, proteins, lipids, and that form layers on the eyes. The different types of tears, basal, reflex, and emotional, vary significantly in composition.
Dude, I love I've had like electrolyte infused water or something. Um and it's really good. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Um it's like it's one of the few things where I'll drink it and I'll feel 100% like it's one of the only times I actually feel refreshed after drinking something. It's like water plus.
This would be a great time for a sponsor.
Yeah. Listen, whoever wants to sponsor us, reach us out at
Yeah.
we have an email, but I don't think we should give that out. Not
No,
yet.
no. We'll make another email just.
Oh, I can't wait till we get a PO box. That'd be so much fun.
Dude, that'd be great. If we got to the point where we got a PO box and we got enough packages, that could be our time for like a face reveal.
That would be. That would just be a whole separate thing. It's just, what's up, guys? Today we're opening up more packages.
Exactly. I mean, it would be, but like that's an incentive to get to give us stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's also true. It's just a lot of food. We're like, awesome. We don't need to go. We don't need to go and buy food. Ah, shit.
Instead of like most you doing like the whole like like eventually like emotionally opening up, but like I have a face reveal now, like here this is crazy changing stuff or whatever. We'll be like, all right, and here is our GoFundMe page.
This is our
Get it to
GoFundMe,
10,000, and
and
we'll see. We
well,
start at feet, and then we go to ankles, and then knees.
if you're lucky, maybe you'll get to the face, but we don't
Yeah, that's every $1,000.
know. Every $1,000 we get, you see one more inch of our body.
And when we reach the past of our limits, we start putting cameras down our throats, and you can start seeing our.
Yeah. How deep can you put a camera down? Well, you can go pretty deep with the camera.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, like you have to get past like the little the two hatches that go towards either your stomach, and then you have to get into the stomach, and then there'd be more latches that go off in colon and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think it probably far, but I think it would not be comfortable.
Oh no, we'd have to take turns. That way one of us can be under anesthetic and the other can be sticking down the camera.
Right, right. Oh, have you seen Good Mythical Monsters? They've done a video colonoscopies together.
That's great. Man.
Have you seen? You know what Good Mythical Morning is?
It's like it's like Rhett and Link, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I've heard of them. I haven't watched any of their stuff though.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's the kind of content you enjoy, but I've been watching it for.
I mean, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I am too.
You feel validated for that?
I feel so validated. I will take any win I.
You know what? That's good.
It is. It is good.
Yeah. Yes, it is. We got one more side quest to do, I think. Yep.
Does Cloud Sword change? I mean, assuming it does change between games.
I don't know if it does yet, because I haven't played the second game yet.
Because like, this might be a flaw in my account. All of the photos that I found for reference of that one time I drew a sword in a thumbnail, the swords always looked kind of different, or like they didn't look like his current one. They were more like it seemed like there was only a sharp edge on one side, whereas this one looks like it's like sharp edges on both sides.
Oh, so this one's a sharp edge on both sides because it's not his sword. I'm using a different sword.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, here, I can show you. Yeah. If I go to upgrade
Oh.
weapons and go to cloud, this is the Buster
Right,
sword.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah,
his
the
sword,
classic.
and then this is the one I'm using right now.
Gotcha,
Which
gotcha.
actually I don't want to use anymore. I want to go back to the Buster sword.
Was that a big plot point that we got a different sword, or?
I mean, it just gives us, if I use it enough, I'm able to. Oh, that's a shame. If I use it enough, I'm basically just able to take the ability. So, like here, if I use the. Like, if I get 100% proficiency, I get the focused thrust on all swords. Otherwise, if I
I
didn't
see.
do it, I would only be able to have it on this sword. Same thing with the Iron Blade. This one has triple slash because I did 100% proficiency. I'm able to use it on any sword.
Cool.
It is cool. It's complicated, but it's cool. Um,
Expect being able to figure it out though. I feel like a lot of stuff in I love games and stuff, but like even Breath of the Wild, when you're looking at it, like okay, this is weird. My first reference for Breath of the Wild was like watching my brother play it, and he was further into the game, and it just looked so complicated. I'm like, I can't do it. But then you start it from the beginning, and it's hard to understand because you're slowly building a normal game.
yeah,
But
you like it's literally the game starts you out. You go through into the world, and the first thing you see that you can that's like pick upable is a stick. So you literally go from a stick all the way to like even I find this hilarious, but like in the game, you never use the Master Sword really.
oh yeah, well it just like loses power, and it's not the best. It's cool and it's great when you're wearing like outfits you can get from amiibos, but it's kind of for the
It's not
most part.
as because they want to make up for it like not being able to break, which is fine, but like why not just make it unbreakable or why give it a limit? Just let the player use it.
Yeah,
It's not even the most powerful weapon, so why make it limited anyways?
yeah, no, it's kind of I get it, and you gotta have limits, otherwise it's not fun. But it's definitely a thing. I will say, speaking of like limits on weapons and stuff, one of the things that I don't like about Breath of the Wild is, or at least for me, it slowly becomes way less fun because the stronger you get, the more everything is insanely easy
I
and
mean,
nothing matters, and you have so much food that you're just it doesn't nothing matters anymore.
I never found
Um,
that. I always like that part of games, specifically in games like Breath of the Wild, because it becomes really satisfying to just like with the what are they called? The sentries, the guardians, I think. Um, what will happen is you start out with like no matter what you do you will die, and then you get to a point where like you slice once all their legs get chopped off, and then you slice another time and then they're dead. Like I like having that power gain, I guess,
yeah,
and it's measurable by that.
it is kind of like a tycoon game in that sense, if you understand the comparison. But like it does, I get the satisfaction, but like I feel like a lot of times it slowly just becomes tedious. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and like there are moments in games like I don't remember the name right now, but there was a game where like you could do side quests and it would make you stronger and it wouldn't really affect the main story, but they had like a ton of side quests that would make you stronger. And I remember just playing it and doing a ton of side quests, and what ended up happening was I would beat everybody like really quickly. Like even the boss battles I beat like within 10 minutes, and I was just like, man, I'm good at this game. But the problem with it is that every battle was like you couldn't avoid any battles. You couldn't just walk away from one or run past it willingly. Like it was really hard to find it satisfying because you were always forced to confront like a weaker person, and there was never any challenge.
Yeah, yeah,
That's when it
I
gets
feel that.
annoying. Is when you're forced to play weaker characters.
It's definitely. I get that. I get that.
Yep.
I will say I don't think there's other than for Breath of the Wild at least. Even though some of the bosses can become really, I think other than Thunderblight, I've enjoyed all of the bosses and like Lionels and all that. Which Lionels aren't bosses, but you.
I could never beat a boss. I could beat a guardian, but I could never beat a boss or a Lionel. I
Oh
mean,
man. Lionels, I've beaten only a couple, but I've seen like my brother got really, really good at them and doing like the flurry rushes and like the parrying and like flurry rushes I'm not good at, but parrying really good at. Or I got good at. I haven't played it in so long, but it's fun until you die 50 times.
yeah, like yeah.
But
Um, it's just really like, and there is a point where there's a method to it, but then you need a weapon that's strong enough to last the entire battle.
oh yeah, it's a whole thing. A lot of times I just find myself steering clear of them in like when I'm just going around because like unless I'm like ready for it,
Yeah.
how did you do with Thunderblight Ganon?
I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to do it for like 30 minutes, so then I had to look it up. And they're like, "You need a parry," and then I was like, "What's that?" Because I forgot what parrying was the whole game up to that point.
Yeah.
And then once I
I
figured it out, oh, discovery. So now, okay, really quickly,
yes, back to the game.
because I did all the side quests, now I have a thing called discovery, which is only available if you do all the side quests. Um, like right there. Head back to Stargazer Heights with Tifa, which that'll be interesting. Anyway, yeah. I just forgot what parrying was the entire game up until that point, and then I used it constantly.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely a skill that you gotta remember. It's okay. It feels like similar vibes of like drifting in Mario Kart, where it's like this could be really helpful if you did it, but sometimes you just forget it's a thing if you haven't played Mario Kart in a while.
I
Or
always
maybe I'm
remember it. But the problem I
well.
have with that is that I just use it too much, and then I'll like on a very like not sharp turn, I'm drifting on it. And I'm just like, man, I'm hitting the wall. How
Oh
did that
man.
happen?
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh
That's
wait, I
so
just
fun. I love Mario Kart.
yeah, it's good. How do
Definitely have to
I?
play that. I play as Iggy or Toadette usually.
That's pretty
Um,
good.
yeah, they're the best. I love the mirror. Well, I mean, it depends which Mario Kart you're playing, of course, but I love the mirror tracks.
The,
Mario 8 or Infinity or whatever.
oh yeah,
I don't know, but it's the Wii U version. It's
it can be
fun.
fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun games. Maybe at some point we'll play them on the show. Whoops,
Definitely
whoops.
should.
Well, break. All right.
Mario's good. Zelda's good. Cloud is fantastic, looking great in his always.
He's great. I want to change to the Buster Sword, but I need to make it so the Buster Sword gets more materia on it. And to do that, I need to have experience stuff to do,
Right, right.
which is just not happening. Um, but yeah,
That
I
is
I'm going to end it here because I want to do the discovery on the next episode. So you want to do the outro since you done the intro?
alright. Goodbye, my little squirters. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
That was great.